I suggest you use what I call the 6-to-1 strategy. You need to advertise on a minimum of 6 sites to hire one of the best talent. Now, what's the formula? 2GP plus 3N plus 1D. Okay? 2GP, 2 general purpose sites. Be a good consumer. Go find the general purpose recruiting job boards that tend to deliver the best talent for you with a minimum of non-qualified applicants. Then, advertise on 3 niche sites. One that specializes in the career field for which you are recruiting, one that specializes in your industry, and one that specializes in the location of the position or the opening. And then 1D, one diversity site. Make sure that you tap into the full range and breadth of the talent in this country. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on. 6 job postings? Give me a break. That's, the CFO will have a heart attack. So let's do a little cost-benefit analysis. I publish guides to job boards. Every year we bring out guides to all these job boards, so I know what they charge. And right now, about the most expensive job posting you can get is $400. Okay? I mean, you could pay more, but let's just say $400. That's the rate card. So 6 times 400 is what? $2,400, right? Now, I want you to, that's your cost. Let's talk about the benefit. And let's take a very conservative estimate of the cost of a vacancy. Okay? The Saratoga Institute says that the cost of a vacancy is 1 salary. Were they kidding? I mean, it's probably 3 times salary, but let's take their very conservative estimate, 1 salary. So if you've got a $50,000 a year position and it's vacant for 2 months because you're advertising on the wrong job boards or not enough job boards, then the company is losing $8,000 as opposed to your $2,400 investment at 6 sites that are the right job boards. A $100,000 position, $16,000. A $30,000 position, probably 3 and change. Even the CFO can get that. Come on, this is a fundamental way of reaching into the web. The days of being able to use the local newspaper, even the New York Times, in one location to find all your talent, gone forever. These people are hard to reach. And the way that you do that is to maximize your penetration of the workforce. And that's why you have to recruit in 6 places. And in today's world, given the cost of a vacancy, it's cost effective. Now, I want you to use, or I'm going to suggest that you use, 2 selection criteria. The first is drilling down into the right demographic. And the second is looking for a job board that provides the right kind of experience for the passive person. The active person is going to come knocking on your door. You don't need to worry about them. You need to worry about the passive person. Remember, they're 84% of the population. But they're almost always employed and not looking for a job. Let's talk first about the right demographic. Sites are increasingly chopping and dicing the workforce into ever finer gradations, right? So here's exoffenderreentry.com for former CEOs and politicians. The next is a search engine. God love it, it only comes out of California. iSearchNaked.com. Swiss CNC jobs. There is a technology that's used in micro-manufacturing. If you're recruiting in the healthcare industry, you work in a healthcare company, you have instruments in your facility produced with Swiss CNC technology. There's a job board devoted to nothing but operators and maintainers of that technology. Retirement jobs. Talk about an oxymoron. You know, that's the new world. Retire and work. Retirement jobs, people who have retired from one career and are now looking for work in a second. A lot of savvy talent there. YummyMummyCareers.com. Women with advanced degrees who want to work at home. How about that for a niche? But what I'm really talking about here is the logic train. What we're trying to do is to drill down into an ever-specific segment of the workforce population by virtue of the job boards we select. So if you're looking for engineers, sure, you can use a general purpose site. In fact, I'm going to recommend you use two. But you also want to use an engineering job site. So if you're looking for just straight engineers, you might go to engineerjobs.com. But if you're looking for an electronics or an electrical engineer, you might want to go to the IEEE job site, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Or if you're looking for an engineer in the energy industry, you might go to PenEnergyJobs.com. Or if you're looking for an engineer with a PhD, you might go to phds.org. Or if you're looking for an African American engineer, you might go to the National Society of Black Engineers.org. So again, it's all about being a smart consumer by drilling down into the workforce to find the specific segment that a job board is targeting for you, so you don't have to do that work. Now, the other thing you want to do, however, is to be sure that you recognize that there are differences in job boards, okay? The first generation of job boards, everybody in here knows. They were really sort of classified advertising platforms, right? Really kind of newspapers on the web. They had a job database, maybe they had a resume database, and they had a little content about how to find a job written by an intern who had no idea. And that was about it. Okay, so the only person, only kind of people that that job board appealed to was what? Active job seekers, right? 16% of the population. A growing number of job boards recognize that you don't need them. Active job seekers are going to come to your corporate career site. They are motivated to be there. And if you give them a good experience, you'll have no problem getting them to apply. But the other 84% of the population that doesn't want to change devils, they're tough to reach. They don't go to job boards, but they will go to a new kind of site that might best be analogized as a corporate career center, a my career space for motivated, successful people. These kinds of sites have a job board, but they also provide a community for people in a particular profession, craft, or trade. They provide a place where they can network and hang out together, not to get a date, but to advance their careers. And they provide content and training that will enable them to continue to be a success in their field.